Disclaimer. Welcome to Two Cops, One Donut podcast. The views and opinions expressed by guests on the podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Two Cops, One Donut, its host, or affiliates. The podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. We do not endorse any guests' opinions or actions discussed during the show. Any content provided by guests is of their own volition, and listeners are encouraged to form their own opinions. Furthermore, some content is graphic and has harsh language. Viewer discretion advised and is intended for mature audiences. Two Cops, One Donut and its host do not accept any liability for statements or actions taken by guests. Thank you for listening. All right, welcome back. Two Cops, One Donut. I am your host, Erik Lavigne. I have with me today Deadleg, Banning Sweatland, and Badge 502, Anthony Christian. What's up, buddies?
What's up?
Aloha.
Man, you got a ball full of fucking energy already. Jesus.
Because we were all hanging out beforehand. That's why. We got the good surprise out.
Yeah, we wasted the good surprise on you.
Oh, man. Yeah, speaking of movie references. Love it. So we have not been on live for a while. I was out of state and people are like, what? They didn't have internet there? They had internet. I just didn't have all my setup. So can't bring this crap everywhere with me.
Yeah, Eric needs his 19 camera angles.
Yeah, because I mean, if I didn't, how would I go camera 2? And then camera 3. How you like that? And then let's fade her back right.
I hear you can fade it.
Fade right into one there. Look at that. God. Look at the fanciness going on.
Usually a masterpiece like that is made out of oil and canvas.
Well, I'm definitely out of the groove for all this. So let's just go over to the comments and say hello to everybody. I see Country Girls in the house. What's up, girl? Wade Lucero is here. We got Craig Holcomb in the audience. Ward is over here, one of my buddies from work. He said, we starting day shift show soon. he asks that every time. Nope, not yet. I'm trying. Harrison Brock, a laptop. A laptop is for commoners, sir. I have standards, and I don't trust internet connection from a hotel. So
hey,
there's that.
I pulled it off.
Yeah, it's too inconsistent, man. Can't trust it. Tim's in the house. What's up, Tim? David Edmonston. What's going on, buddy? I see Marine Blood's in the house.
There he is.
My mama's in the house. Patrick Truelove. What's up, brother? Harrison Brock. What's going on? He said, did you forget how to run the show? I didn't forget. I just, you get rusty. You don't have the same flow. You got to get back into the groove. Somebody, Eric doesn't let his hair grow. I don't.
Told you, man. 16 haircuts a week. I don't know how you afford this.
Listen, I'm almost due. It's been almost 2 weeks. I get a haircut every 2 weeks. It's
been hours.
It's been. I can hear it growing.
It's been 84 minutes.
Mine hasn't been this long in 10 years. I'm going to continue to see what it does. The sides will always be short. Anyway.
Listen, I do a mid skin fade. So every time. So once the skin goes away, I start to feel too shaggy. That's I still got military standards to uphold too, guys. Don't forget.
That's right.
1 week in a month.
No. 24 days a year, all at once.
1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year.
Now
you do it all at once. You go away for 2 full weeks.
I know the Air Force is the butt end of a lot of jokes when it comes to PT standards. But we just moved our run time up to 2 miles.
What was it?
Yeah, slow clap. Thanks, guys. I love it.
What was the initial?
It was 1.5 miles.
48 feet.
Yeah. It was the breathing apparatus when you're at the hospital where you got to make those little floaty balls go up to the top.
The previous PT thing was where they have to blow into that machine to make sure they have some lung capacity. And it's about
yeah. For some reason, all the Air Force guys kept just sucking on it. It's weird. You're supposed to blow, boys.
Practice makes perfect.
We got a legend, Jerry Worms, in the house. What's up, Jerry? Wade Lucero, I've had one haircut in the last 8 years. I believe you. You said that like we would be surprised, Wade. We ain't surprised. I believe you, sir. Oh shit. My mom said, "Yeah, our family is all back together tonight." Julie in the house. What's up, Julie? Harrison said, "You're in the Air Force and not a PJ." No, sir, because I'm not badass. You got to be a badass to be a PJ. I'm not that guy. Time to 2 miles. I don't know. I don't know what the standard is for that.
4 hours.
Yeah, all day. You get when the sun comes up, and you got to be back before the sun goes down. So, but what have I missed, boys? Tell me. I've been gone. Was there anything fun that happened over the weekend? The 2 weeks banning?
I had a baby.
Oh, there we go. That's the topic I was trying to hit.
Are you healing well?
I am. I didn't even have to have an episiotomy or nothing.
That's awesome.
In perfect tact.
Was
nice.
Was your delivery all natural in the tub of your house?
No. It was wild. Who knew? Red states be damned. We could do anything.
So how did it go? How long did it take? I know you was high risk, so
yeah, it was an
because
hour.
Of your age.
Yeah, that's it, man. The old geriatric factor, you know. No, it went well. We it was about an hour and a half, and our little girl came earthside. So it's
Who would have really thought cool your oatmeal was still potent, man?
That's it, man. I still have my Ensure didn't even have to come out of the fridge.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then when they handed you your baby, they gave you a handicap sticker for the high school graduation, so you can park close.
There you go. Early graduation present.
Exactly that. High school graduation is gonna come. I'm gonna need a freaking. I'm gonna have to take my Jazzy there.
Hub around.
Love it. Well, congrats, brother. I'm happy for you, man.
Awesome.
Are you doing? Have you done the name and all that stuff yet?
It is out there, yeah. Little Avery Rebecca has Earthside. Yeah.
I like that. She's a
little sweetie. Super attitude, man. Oh my god, the attitude. She's a saucy girl.
Now I'm gonna throw some old school baseball knowledge at you guys. One of my favorite baseball players back in the day. Great pitcher. I think he was very underrated, but because of all the talent that surrounded him was Steve Avery.
We named it after Sean Avery. That's what I'm going to tell everybody, that we named him after a Ranger.
There you go. Yeah, Steve Avery for the Atlanta Braves back in the day. I think he was very underrated because he was with Schmaltz, Maddox. Who else do they have? They had so many good pitchers. Poor guy. Just living in the shadows. All right. Let's okay, so I'll give you guys some updates. We put out our 2 shows for DTV. Not the full episodes. Those are coming very soon. I think we're gonna pop them up on YouTube in a unlisted, and then we're gonna share them with people as we go to kind of do like a slow release. But the promos are out there. If you haven't seen them, go ahead and check out DTV's YouTube channel, and you guys can check those out. But overall, very good reactions when we showed them out at the National Real-Time Crime Center Association Conference. It's the longest name ever.
Proud, man, for if people understand anything on editing and creating, the amount of time from the time this was shot till the completed episodes was, dude, that's groundbreaking. The amount of time that they were able to pump this stuff out and the quality that they did. I mean, heck, I wish you showed the demo right here. I think these people want to see that. I mean, it's up to you, but it's just a demo, just for people to get a little taste of.
Let me see if I can find it.
Well, just because the amount of time that it takes, because you physically have to shoot it. So you have to create the content that they're going to edit on top of it. So there's all of that time on top of it. Then afterwards, you have to go through the editing and color grading and make sure the audios are great. And then you mix everything together, put all your graphics. Like, it's a lot of time. That's why I don't do it, but it's a lot of time.
And I think Marine Blood wants to know if the subs get early access to the full episode there, Eric, just so you're aware.
You know what? I might. I'll try to figure out a way to do that. Harrison Brock gifted 10 memberships before we show anything.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that, Harrison. It's been.
Thank you, buddy.
We're hurting this month because we haven't had any lives in 2 weeks. So I really do appreciate it this week, fellas and ladies. Any help we can get to pay the bills here for this show. But I'm just looking to see who got memberships here. Regulars anyway. Eye of the Night is one of those. So I'm glad he got one.
C piss off.
C piss off got one. I love the names. Congrats, guys. Appreciate it, Harrison. Thank you very much. But let's biggie size this guy.
And we'll cover Craig Holcomb. Just did 10. We'll do that after this.
Oh, yep. Craig, I'll get you right after this, sir. Thank you very much.
With a few donuts.
Are good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. This looks like the Matrix.
We've changed policing based on technology that's come out.
It's for the right reasons,
Right.
and it's not Big Brother watching it.
What if somebody had a lost child?
Instantly, you're going to be able to tell what your closest cameras are.
So you got a call going on right now? This could be a dangerous felon. This came out 2 minutes ago. You already got the drone up in the air. I'm a pink sprinkle guy.
Perfect. I'm gonna do chocolate sprinkle.
Okay. I'm Sergeant Erik Lavigne. Jared's an old buddy of mine, and I want to take you straight into the nerve centers that help cops stay ahead of crime. We'll meet the teams behind the technology and show you exactly what it takes to keep a city safe. We're not just talking about police work, we're living it in real time.
Boy, howdy, that's right up my alley.
It's not too bad, right?
That is right up my alley. I'm gonna have to join
Okay.
one of those bad boys.
So that's one. I wanna give a thank you out to Craig for doing the 10 memberships. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate that. Deadleg got one. I like that.
Great.
Look at Deadleg won one. So you can thank Craig there.
Thank you, sir.
And then
Real-time feedback, like a real-time crime center.
right, exactly. And 1-800 the GOAT. That's probably one of the best names ever. Love it. Freeman Keys. I never get one. Guys, you do have to check your settings. If you're not set up properly, it won't let you get one. So you gotta watch it. So we got that one. Now let me show you guys the other one real quick. Share screen. All right, let's biggie size this guy. Uh-oh. I heard myself for a second on somebody's computer.
And I should see it from our end. It's insane.
It was probably Banning jumping on his phone. There's always new tech hitting the streets, and in the police world, it can make the difference between life and death. I'm Sergeant Erik Lavigne, and my buddies Banning, Matt, and I are diving headfirst into the latest gear, gadgets, and innovations shaking up law enforcement. We'll test it, challenge it, and, sometimes break it to find out what really works for those behind the badge. Get ready for a wild ride of tech, teamwork, and truth. Welcome to Tech and Order. I've got some news, fellas.
What you got?
Yeah, good or bad?
Axon has invited us out to go to their headquarters out in Scottsdale, Arizona, and they would like us to come out and try their technologies.
Awesome, man. Looking
good.
forward to it, brother.
Cannot wait.
Well, welcome to Axon and our beautiful headquarters in Scottsdale, Arizona. Come on in. This is our wonderful, beautiful facility, and just explore and enjoy it.
Holy Skynet.
Skynet. This ain't Terminator, bro.
Come on.
Let's do some spinning selfies.
Welcome to Axon HQ. We start here with a Taser 10.
I want to see how accurate I can be with this taser.
You missed.
Stop resisting!
You hit the target. You hit it in a sensitive area.
Guy got a vasectomy.
Body camera. So real-time translator on the body camera.
Déjeme en paz.
Leave me alone.
There you go.
Drones don't really need a lot of explanation.
No, but they do need a license, and I have one, and you don't.
That's true. What we're doing with Tech and Order,
Go.
I want to be able to give cops and the citizens this transparency and accountability of the tools that are available, and that the citizens should be demanding that their cops have this stuff.
Gotcha.
And that the cops should be demanding that they have this stuff, assuming that when we play with it, that we agree with it. Because I can tell you right now, us three on this panel, if we don't agree with it, we're going to let you know. We're going to tell you why.
Matt!
Come out, come out.
There we go.
Very nice.
I like it. Mike Cucumber. Mike's in the house. He said, tell Axon to remove the mute button on their body cams. They don't make body cams just for cops, guys. Like private security, people can buy them privately. So that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. You already have, you should, and we've discussed this a bunch on here, but you should have policies in place that police shouldn't be muting the cameras. That should be an after thing. It gets muted during the, what do they call that process? Redaction process. Yes. So I don't think putting parameters on a private company like Axon saying that they have to put mute buttons or take mute buttons off, I don't think that's going to fly. Because you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do with my private company either. So, what's Brandar? Brandar wrote a novel over here. Let's see what he had to say.
My
He
dearest
said,
Juliet.
what are y'all's take on the Institute for Justice lawsuit in Norfolk to get all the flock cameras taken down? All the cops just accessing them to track exes and exes new boyfriends or citizens. Well, I don't think it's necessarily that you need to take the cameras down. I think you need to have a serious revamp of the people inside that department. Because the thing is, you cannot hide who's logging in and where they're logging in and when they're logging in and what they're looking at. So if you see that Deadleg is logged in and starts looking into that shit, hold him accountable. There needs to be regular audits. That's what your Freedom of Information Act stuff is for. So don't blame the tool, blame the tool bag that's trying to abuse it. Are we going to get rid of spoons because people start getting fat? No. Poor Banning.
Please don't.
I mean, what's your thoughts on that, Anthony?
Do not blame the tool. Tools, you can do anything with anything. So it's always been. So it goes back to the million-time gun debate, right? Like everybody will tell you, don't blame the tool, blame the person. It's the same for anything. Don't blame whatever.
Yeah,
you got to mitigate the person.
Now, what do I think should happen? Prison, jail, something. You need to face harsh punishments for abusing the tools that only police have access to, like that.
Yeah, like for instance, I mean, you guys sit with the same type of stuff. Like I sit in front of a computer all day that I could access anything. All I need is your
right
last name and your date of birth. I can pull up anything I want. I can't because there's policy in place, and not only will I'll lose my job, obviously, but I'll get prosecuted for that. You got to be able to. You have to be able to enforce that.
Yep, I like that.
There's a few good departments out there that are actually taking that policy in place, and they're going into the tools behind certain camera manufacturers to where they can go in and state that they can deactivate that button while they're in standby mode, and then when they go to record that they can't actually mute it. It's going to give the noise, it's going to give this and that, but the officer or deputy will sign a policy, or agent signs a policy stating your camera can't be muted, and technology has changed to where you can't mute it while it's live, and you can't disengage that camera during the event of the call due to the CAD and RMS call times. And if you're caught muting, it's disciplinary action. So I had that was a big policy for me when I ran patrol, is if I catch you muting, it's going to be training. If I catch you muting again, well, first of all, if you're muting and it's a part of that case, it's probably going to be termination. But if you mute again, you're done. A lot of it's a training issue when you're getting people from other departments.
Yeah, I like Craig's questions here. How do they track an X with a body camera? It's not that they're tracking an X necessarily with a body camera. It's possible, especially with the AI features now, when you go into like an evidence.com, you can type in a key name, a key phrase, something like that, and it can scrub through and try to find anything related to that thing or person. So I could type in John Smith, and it's going to try to find all the body cam related to John Smith. So it could be the same with an X. If you think an X made contact with somebody on a body cam, that's one thing. But I think specifically what they were talking about is the LPR cameras, the license plate readers. So what they would do there is type in their ex's license plate and track and see where they've been throughout the city. So that is one thing that they could do.
I would say doing that's no different than running the plates through NCIC. You got to have a reason to be doing this.
Yes, absolutely. Agree. And then to the point about muting body cams, there's another thing that you guys don't know about body cams. It's software related. So the department itself, if it made a policy that you can't mute your body cam, they could actually disable the feature on the body cam itself. So even though it's got the capability, you can turn the feature off and they can't do it.
Okay.
So that's just something else to consider. That may not be common knowledge. I don't really know, but I figured I'd tell you guys right now, and you can say you're well informed. Brandar donated another $5 to us. Thank you, Brandar. I do believe Brandar is Navy, right? If I think so. I think Brandar is in the military, but just shout out to him, sir. Salute. This goes around needing a warrant to put a tracker on a car, though. It auto tracks everyone without a warrant. That's not true.
In a way, yes, but in a way, no, because all you're doing is taking something that everybody has the same access to. You can go stand out on a corner and watch
in video
when every red car comes by and call someone and say, hey, this red car, like it's the warrant would be when you're physically applying something to a physical vehicle. I get to where we're now in that hybrid cross world where some things you would say for sure you need to get a warrant, like you think you would, and some things you're like, it is that where it's kind of that weird outside of the thing. Because my wife's from China, like China, like she's straight off the boat when she came here. She wasn't adopted. So when we go to China, like I've been to China, and China has this surveillance way more than we do, but it's the same type of thing there. It's they have their government stuff and all other things, but this technology that they're using it to try to find things in real time. Again, it goes back to the people that have access to it and the lawfulness of the access and what they're able to do and the parameters that they're able to do within that. I think that comes down to a thing, but it's that where I think we're going to have to, there's a couple states that are going to have a case that's going to have to go to a state Supreme Court that's going to end up having to go to the Supreme Court with, I'm going to guess, the flock cameras and everything like that that's in that type of a third party company is doing something, and then they share that data with the, when that gets involved, at some point that's going to be a Supreme Court case within the next 5 to 10 years. I would, that's a safe bet. I put money on it just because of how fast the technology is evolving, especially with what Eric's saying, the AI technology with, hey, I'm looking for this type of vehicle. And then you can go in and back search and go back through the recordings and apply that AI. And an AI machine learning is 1,000 times faster than any of the four of us here put together. So if you're looking for a specific license plate or something like that, so I think that we'll come into like right now, no, you're not going to have a warrant yet, but there's going to become a case to where they're going to, under these specific circumstances, like they're going to have to start outlining that stuff and put it into law, where it's either law before it becomes policy or the policy becomes before law. But there's going to be something there.
Oh yeah, there's going to be cops that ruin it. It's just what happens with every cool tool that we get out there. Freeman Keys, he said, Eric, are all those searches are documented, right? You can't hide what you're searching for. Absolutely not. Everything is 100%. Like, you need to be logged in. And when you do a search, it has to be related with a offense or incident number to show that you are you're actually using it for a law enforcement purpose. You're not just willy-nilly looking at shit. Otherwise it won't let you search. So these are the steps that are put in place, and that is kept forever. Those documents, those records of searching and logging, those are kept. So
there's no sharing passwords. There's policies in place in our department for sharing passwords. You can't do that. They do their best to really make sure that you're doing what you're doing and that what you're doing is both legal and proper.
I've never seen this or seen anybody try to do this. I don't think you can access it outside of your own network, but I'm not 100% on that. I'm not 100% sure on that. So things to consider. I like the fact that this is one of the things that helps me sleep, knowing the tools, because they're powerful tools and we should not abuse them. But knowing the checks and balances and knowing the federal regulations that support that when it comes to regular audits, and how much information you can store and all of that stuff, I think you guys would have a fair amount of confidence in it. But again, it's Big Brother. It's real close. So I think as long as we keep it in public areas and things like that, that's it. What did Cucumber say? The Fourth Amendment has been eroded so much. You guys are actually talking about flock cameras being constitutional.
First Amendment audit.
To each their own, bro. I mean,
what's the difference between a pole standing there and a person?
Yeah, if I posted a cop up there on the corner, and he just turns his body camera on, it's the same fucking thing.
Yep.
Cost less.
That's where someone's going to sue based off of that, and it's going to get adjudicated to the Supreme Court. It's going to become a law at some point.
Yep,
it's either going to become a thing, and each state's going to end up having their own thing, like with talking on the cell phones and other smoking bans. Like every time that each state goes through the same stuff, but
yeah,
it'll eventually. Because I wonder too, because the community that I live in, it's not gated, but it feels like it's gated because there's only 2 entrances. So unless you live in here, there's no parks, there's no business, there's nothing here. It's our 2 little communities. And I seen them going up about a couple months ago, and I remember texting Eric, asking Eric, is this what this is a part of? Because I wanted to know, why are these cameras now here at the entrance of where I'm going to drive in and out? And then who is watching this? Why are they there? Who has access? Like what? I have the same concern. So if it sounds like we're trying to get away from having more, no, I would rather have a case go to Supreme Court. So then there is no gray area. This is the way the law lay, and this is the way we're going to do it. So
yeah, it's all so new that we just haven't. I mean, we're learning how to navigate it as it happens. And
those aren't even the cameras that I have a big problem with. The ones that I have a huge problem with are cameras like I don't know if you guys have them out in you. Ticket cameras I don't love. I don't
agree with those.
I get it, but I don't love that. I don't agree with it either. The ones that bother me, I don't know if you guys have them. I know you guys have some big cities around you guys. You guys have high congestion traffic cameras. Are you familiar with those? So in New York, if you drive during a certain time of the day when it's high traffic and high congestion, you'll get a ticket. I got a $13 ticket in New York because I drove through a congestion zone. That was insane to me.
That to me, that's controlling public space, and that's a violation. But
that's like a red light camera to me. I'm not a fan of red light cameras, or like when they like a speed gun, like a vehicle that's sitting on the side of the road that takes a picture of your car, and the speed cameras. Nope. There's some things that you physically need someone to do, but because those like cameras in general, because when I first got out of the military in 2005, I worked for Target for just a little bit. This is 2005, so this is 2 decades ago. We had cameras back then that I could physically show you, touch you, and you still wouldn't see the cameras. So now take that technology, so the amount of cameras that you're seeing on every day, you're probably seeing less at cameras like at home than you are like when you're out in public. The likelihood of you being on more cameras than it's one of those, like there's some weird things with some technology with cameras, or with like being spied on or hacked. I just assume that this is being spied on, or I just assume that Big Brother's if you just assume someone's watching, or you just, as a good human, you just be a good human, then you got nothing to worry about. But I get
this is literally a toll that came in from the MTA, and there's no way to pay it like up front, unless it picks up my Easy Pass, which it didn't. But yeah, it was literally a toll. I hit a camera that was a toll, and it was during the right time, during the right place, and boom, $13 just came in the mail.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
No.
And that's kind of a difference between the way that the flock cameras are used versus revenue building. Flock cameras aren't used to write tickets.
Nope.
They're not used to generate revenue. They're used to catch people wanted for criminal activity. They're used to find lost people, kidnapped people, not just kidnapped, but like, lost elderly dementia patients. They'll put out silver alerts and then, try to get their car, make and model and stuff like that. So it's based on things that are already criminal investigations. It's not just finding anybody and everybody they want. So like I said, it's supposed to be behind a thing. But I want to get to Brandar's question here. He said, why not have I don't know what AB automation, I'm not sure what that means, in place that puts officers on the Brady list when a finding of dishonesty or lying or evidence tamper is verified. That's fine, but the problem with the Brady list is it's only for that county. You're thinking small. I want a national Brady list. I want it to go across the nation. I want there to be a registry. If you quit, if you get fired, whatever, in lieu of some sort of criminal or immoral, ethical issue
and
investigation.
To add to that, Eric, I think there needs to be a hearing on every Brady entry to where that officer, the accuser, comes in and that hearing is open to the public. What is the reason this first responder is being added to the Brady list and why? And it actually goes through a hearing to where that's available to the public, to where they should be able to go and pull a file on Eric, you're on the Brady list, and you get to watch the whole file on why you were actually added to that Brady list. I think that should be to where you don't have to go search all these documents. And I mean, if you're out there serving the public, it needs to be open to the public to why you get put on whatever list.
Yeah.
I think if you took those two ideas and combined them, because if you do the trial side of things with the Brady list, then you add there's an adjudication process. Then at the end of it, why would you get it? Is not perjury? Is that not a crime? Tampering with evidence, is that not a crime? So for that, if that becomes a part of it, then they're also charged with a crime. And if them charging and being found guilty of their crime now makes them ineligible to hold a law enforcement certificate because it's a felony or whatever, that may be. That's what happens. And that's what happens. But let that whole process play out and then create that list. It's got to, you got to get 50 states to buy into that. We got to get let's get a city or get a county or get a municipality. You got to get it smaller first to prove the concept. And then once it's proven, then it's easier to just take it, just like with real-time crime centers. So as soon as you prove the concept.
Yeah. Let me get to Wade's point here while we're still on the topic. I'm afraid we're going to transition accidentally. He said, on the bright side, hundreds of cameras in a city will help catch all the police misconduct. Thank you. Thank you for seeing it how I see it. This is why I like having all these tools and having these logs and all of this stuff, because now it helps us weed out the shady ass cops a lot easier. Because the moment they start digging in and abusing these tools, well, guess what? Now we have a log file that they have zero access to, zero ability to manipulate, delete, get rid of. They have no chance. They cannot get to it because it is logged, and there's no way for them to access it. So, and I am a person that audits these things. So I check these audits regularly. And this is a way to keep your people honest. And when they don't, now you've got them. It's more of a smoking gun than we've ever been able to have on cops, guys. That's the way to look at it. More of a smoking gun. So yes, Wade, you're 100% right. It is a better way to keep us in check. So that's why I like it. And Craig, bless your heart, buddy. Thanks for dropping $2 just to tell us he meant an automation.
That's an $2 tip for that.
My dumb brain couldn't figure that out. So thank you very much.
Mrs. Badge 502 has entered the chat. All right, guys, be on your best behavior. All right.
Uh-oh, watch out. Show me the audits. What's he got here? He said, Eric, but the problem with these cameras is who's controlling the data. Is it the public? Our data is stored internally. It's not with Flock or with whatever Insight LPR, whatever LPR company. So the information is stored within the department for 30 days. At least that's our policy. So for 30 days it's there and then it's wiped. But the log audits are kept. So that's not deleted. So
is it 30 or 90, Eric?
30.
Is it 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that is this is my true ignorance here. I don't know if that's a nationwide standard or if that is just my own department's standard. Ours is 30 days.
I have a question, but I'm not sure if it's something that you may know. And if you do, if you're able to be publicly share, how much terabyte space is that? Because it's basically a rolling cache.
It's like, what's it called? Something flops, like teraflops. It's like huge. That's why, I mean, honestly, that's one reason why you can't keep all that data. It's just too big.
Half the space of Eric's new computer.
Well, that's the point I was trying to make.
Excuse me?
The next one is all of that costs money.
Is that that Samsung monitor?
That is the Samsung. That's 57 inch, baby.
Oh, wait, here we go. There it is.
60 would have been ostentatious, you know.
Yeah, right. 57 inch. Good enough.
Kiss yourself on the forehead.
Oh my God. I love new toys. And I haven't even begun to use all of the features that it can do. I just don't know how to use them. So is what it is. What did Harrison say there? He said, it's only a smoking gun if the department does something about it. Well, just like Badge 502 said, now we're talking about an actual crime. We're talking about possible destruction of evidence or hiding evidence or whatever. There's a charge there, just like not for improperly using NCIC.
Yeah. It's all tracked, and it's not like you have to put in, like, even just for, like, say InfoCop. It's not like you're putting in a username and password. You're putting in a username and password. It's something that has to be updated I think I have to redo it every maybe 6 weeks. You know.
Yeah, like NCIC is a big one.
Yeah, NCIC.
I have watched cops get fired for that.
I have seen that happen.
Yeah, I've seen it happen. So it's not like, sometimes it's just happenstance. Like for instance, one of our guys looked up, they had the same name as a famous person, like a politician, and they got flagged for looking up a politician, but that's not what they were doing. They were looking for this suspect that had a politician's name, and he had to go through an investigation for that. Like, it flags for that stuff. So
do you remember a couple years ago, a couple decades ago, it was in Florida, a female police officer pulled over a Miami cop and gave him the riot act, and then the video was all over YouTube. Bunch of guys got in trouble for searching her stuff too.
Over 20 different people got in trouble for that, and criminal charge. And thank God. I mean, she was just doing her job, and then now I think she eventually quit. I mean, you'd have to go look up the story, but
yeah,
she's got one hell of a lawsuit on her hands, and it may actually already be over with. But I remember reading about that. That's freaking crazy, man.
Brandar's making fun of me. He paid $2 just to make me look dumb. He said flops is a measure of speed, not size. I was just trying to emphasize that it's really fucking big, bro.
Eric, start telling him what a parsec is.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
And somebody
my bad. Here, I think it's about 221 gigawatts. I think that's how big the size of these.
And when it gets there, you're going to see some serious shit.
Exactly.
Show me audits, but can the data be accessed and copied and stored by the department elsewhere? And that is a yes. If your department decides to get with something like AWS GovCloud, FedRAMP High and state RAMP High certified, they can do that. But the cost to keep that in the cloud ultimately goes to the taxpayers. The departments, the IAs, the brass would love to keep all this stuff forever, but what is it costing the taxpayer to keep all that stuff? They're going to keep it for their minimum of what their book states, and anything longer than that is going to be on the taxpayers because it's not cheap.
Yeah, I think Brandar's right. I think that's a word I heard before. Petabytes. Not to be confused with files, because you got your bytes and your files. And if you got pedophiles, I got them.
There it is.
Come on.
I had to think about that.
I'll be here all night. Oh man, cucumber.
That's one
Eric,
of
if
the
there's a
bucket.
way to look, if only there was a way to look up that. I'm running a show right now, Mister. I don't have a Jamie like on, Joe Rogan. I can't just do all this stuff. I'm too busy doing this,
Jamie,
bro.
pull this up.
I got to do this. I gotta transition. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at that guy.
That was 47 hours worth of work. Just
Look
to
at
get
that guy. That guy. I gotta look way over here. The funny thing is, like, I don't even know where to set these cameras up. So I got one on my podcast table, like way up. It's almost touching the ceiling. This guy.
One of these days,
nope.
You're gonna do that, and someone else is gonna be sitting there. Like Banning just gonna be sitting there.
He said, "Get it, Jamie."
I'll just leave it on this one for a while. Why not? I spent my money.
They still don't see that you don't have pants on.
I got shorts. So
Parsec
Jorts?
is 3.26 light years. That's right. It's a measure of distance. It's not a measure of speed, which is why when he said that he did it in some number of parsecs, he was wrong because that's not a proper measurement.
Hey,
nerd,
leave him alone. Right? We didn't have Neil deGrasse at the time to make sure that the stars were proper for the given the time. Craig Holcomb. So don't buy body armor. Just store data.
Seems fair.
Fuck it. I mean, you're gonna need the data more. So I don't blame you guys. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Let me see. What does this do? Hey, look at that.
There's that mush.
Oh shit. We don't have Alan tonight. He keeps texting the phone, but I can't look at it because I'm too busy doing this. I don't want to be the guy that sits there and reads.
Sergeant Lavigne and his haircut came.
What?
I can read it for you.
I'm good. Alan's dead to me right now.
And
yeah,
I quote
OnlyFans. I'm gonna get a feet one. You guys are just gonna stare at my feet.
I could get a leg one.
Yeah, we'll just have a dead leg angle on the. Hey, speaking of, I want a dead leg. Give people an update on your health victories.
Just this morning, I got a phone call from the doctor, or the doctor's office to schedule my big surgery. So I currently have a stimulator implanted in my left butt cheek. It's kind of like a pacemaker, about that size.
How about hold on, pause. Let's not say we have a stimulator.
Listen, I heard what you heard, man. I heard what you heard.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to get us kicked off of YouTube, but it's there. It's for sure.
Is it like a Thames machine type deal?
Kind of.
My buddy's had put into his neck.
Yeah, kind of. Mine works off of high frequency, so it masks the sympathetic pain before it goes to my brain.
Okay.
So right now, the one that I have is bilateral for my legs, but I don't have anything for my arms, so I feel every bit of the pain because I have complex regional pain syndrome is the condition that I have. So it started in my right leg below the knee where I crushed my leg with my bad leg break and all that, and then it slowly spread the whole body. But 2 weeks from Friday, and we just realized a couple days before ICP, I'm having this surgery. So what they're going to do is we're going to pull everything I have out, and it's just because we want to stay MRI compatible.
Okay.
Because if I have a Nevro leads with a Boston Scientific stimulator, because Boston Scientific has 4 leads that they can run, and my Nevro one only has 2. So with running the Nevro one, it would either cut everything in half, like the effectiveness in half, or I'd have to have 2 stimulators. Gotcha. So then that's 2 things to go wrong implanted in your body. So we did a trial in August, and I did a Nevro trial and I did a Boston Scientific trial. And the Boston Scientific, I was able to get relief off of Boston Scientific. And I learned that Boston Scientific, their pads are different and they're a lot more individual, so they can get specific areas. So they literally had me Bluetooth connected to the computer, and he was pushing on the computer, and I could feel this like 1.5 inch area buzzing up my arm. So we were getting it exactly where like
really dialing it in.
Oh, it was awesome. So we're going to be able to do that with the Boston one too. So we're going to go in, we're going to take all that out, and then they're going to put 2 leads in my upper thoracic between my shoulders, and then we're going to zip tie those down my spine, and then we're going to put new ones in the mid back for my lower legs, zip tie those down my spine, then we'll put the new Boston one in the left loop in the little pouch that they have made inside my body. They're just going to reuse that, and then it's going to go in there. And then
how long of a surgery is this?
I go in at 5:30 in the morning, and they said I should be out to get starting with the Boston people somewhere around noon.
Golly, so fast, crazy,
and it's
crazy the thing.
It's because here's what's crazier. When we put the trial in, I was conscious the entire time. So when we were putting the leads in, I was awake while we were almost like not getting an epidural, but we were just getting exactly where we wanted to put the leads at in specific. So, but I did
exactly what my buddy's having done tomorrow. He has some. He has real severe pain in his neck, back, and shoulders.
Yep.
He said this one's going to be a temporary one. That it's going to be for about a week, and they're going to do some work with it, and then eventually he'll have the full one done. Yeah,
he'll know fairly instantly. Like he'll know pretty quick whether it's going to be effective or not. And then the way mine works is it's set up. I don't feel anything, so it's a high frequency. It's just working in the background all the time.
Just is. That's awesome.
But then I have the ability, both of them, Boob, the one I have now and the new one, I have the ability to set it to where if I want to. So subconsciously, sometimes when you're in a lot of pain, just to know that it's there, you want to feel it. I can set it, turn it on, and it feels like it's electric, but it feels like the best way I can feel it is like if you sit on your arm and it's starting to wake up and you feel like that spidery feeling. It kind of feels
exactly what Nate says.
Yep, it's just like that, but really dull. And so it's awesome. When I got the trial in for my upper body, I slept for 3 days just because all of my tension. Because when you're in pain, you carry tension with you, and I've been carrying this tension all this time. So it started working, and my body could relax. I was like, I can get some sleep. So the first couple of days, I was like, I don't know how much pain it's relieving, but it's relieving tension. So it's for sure going to get quite a bit quality of life back, and then hopefully do more with DTP because God, that stuff looks fun. I want to be there. Like Bad Five too. Like he was saying that we just have to be on set.
Yeah, send me. Put me in the element. Put me in my four walls.
We've already talked about both of you, so that's the idea for the tech and order stuff. Is it doesn't have to be. We can rotate people through. It doesn't have to be. I don't have to be on there. You know what I mean? So
if you're not there, I'm eating your pink donut. So.
Yeah, exactly. I want to get to Brandar's question here. I think this is a really good question because I've actually had this discussion before. I think Banning and I have actually had this discussion before. But he said, with the amount of video and audio surveillance available, why are police verbal testimony still so relevant? Because nothing that you see on a video and nothing that you hear from somebody else's audio is going to encapsulate how a person feels and sees what they see in the moment, because body-worn camera does not give a true view of what an officer sees any more than what your dash camera for personal vehicles, because a lot of people with dash cameras can express what you see, felt, and heard in a moment. So those are all relevant factors. And when it comes down to a split-second decision that we have the luxury of watching a video over and over and over and seeing different things, different angles and all that. What you recount in the moment is completely different a lot of times. And that is not somebody trying to hide something or lie necessarily. It's just the physical results of body chemistry and all of that stuff. So that's relevant. It's all relevant. It doesn't make one or the other irrelevant. I just think it helps add to all of the factors. Banning, you got anything to add to that?
No, not at all. I mean, it's so important that you get the full. People are always saying with all this new technology, the officer, there's no need for a narrative anymore, and that's not true. I used to, think when these body cameras came out and the dash cams finally came in line and they were on the same systems, sergeants, lieutenants were like, hey, all we should have to do is take this, package it, send it to the DA and play it in the courtroom. And that's not the case. I mean, you've got to have that articulation from the officer. There's a lot of things that are not, possibly seen or heard that the officer can give better account of, and then further investigation can reveal that that is a true and accurate statement from the officer's side.
I'm going to read Brandar's. Brandar's on fire tonight. He's got some good questions. You got something?
Before I forget the thought, camera has the luxury of pause. When you are giving your testimony, so you can pause in your testimony, but your testimony is a lot of that is explaining some of this is how fast things were, how fast you had to react to something, because a lot of times, especially in these shootings, they get really close, and then you're like, why? Well, in the heat of the moment, I didn't know how fast he was going to be able to continue to bring this gun up. So as it's played out, and then like as Banning was saying, the video, all it's going to do is it's going to hopefully back up the testimony of the truthful officer or the truthful witness, or destroy whatever, if someone's lying. That's what that video is there, is to help give another point, because all the video is literally another point of view. It's not to add, it doesn't add to or take away anything from, because it's literally just that point of view. So if you're getting it from the dash camera, you're getting it from just that point of view. However, if you rotated, maybe 30 degrees to left and 50 more feet, you get a completely different version, and you would have been able to see, because from this one position, you're not gonna be able to see the weapon that they had, but yes, other position you would. So I don't know that personal testimony will ever leave.
Yeah, not until Elon Musk's Neuralink comes in, and then you can't hide what you see and thought anymore. It's just gonna have it logged.
On the plus side, with that train of logic, as long as you have body cam footage, you don't need to write the report anymore. So that saves you some time.
And that's that's the problem. You can't do that. It's got to be. I think personally, you're always going to have more than what that body cam captures.
No, man, it's on camera. That's it. No report needed.
Right? Yeah,
we're fine. It's fine. No report needed. Save 3 hours.
I think Brandar spent at least $50 on us tonight. So Brandar, I just want to say thank you, buddy. I know that you follow us, and you're always a part of what we do, both on our Discord and on here, and I really appreciate it, especially tonight, because we've been off for 2 weeks. So I was kind of nervous everybody was going to be like, "Fuck them guys, they left us." So, I appreciate it. But he said, I asked that because I watched someone tell a cop on body-worn camera that someone tried to get into a conference. The cop repeated it as tried to force their way into a conference. Did you mean to write conference? I mean,
I hate conferences.
Yeah, I mean, did they force their way into like a closed conference? Is that what we're getting into, or tried to get into a confrontation? I'm not sure. Can you clarify your question, sir? I promise I will reread that. Country girl, get the fuck out of here, Eric. LOL. Love it.
The sauciness.
Yeah. Eric, soon we'll have drone cams that police deploy. They fly right next to the 1A auditor. Well, guess what? They already have them, brother.
Yep.
That's not pretty soon. We already have them.
Got him.
Shit. Yet you still have discrepancies between body-worn cameras and the report, sometimes huge ones. You can tell absolutely when someone is trying to cover their asses. Okay, hear me out. And I think we've talked about this before, Banning, but I want people to write reports before they watch their body cameras.
That was a rule in New Jersey for a little bit, and then it stopped.
Because I want your account of what happened. I don't want any false memories or anything like that put in your report. So that's why you have discrepancies. What a brain remembers in the moment and all that stuff versus what a camera records is two totally different things, guys. So I don't want them watching the camera and adjusting their reports and doing that. I want them to give a report for what they remember, and then they can review the body camera afterwards. That is how I think it should be done. So just my 2 cents. And guess what else is logged? Anytime an officer reviews their body cam footage, that's logged. So when they write the report, and they show their logged time, you can tell if that officer reviewed their body cam before they wrote the report. So
you can also review if their first line supervisor, internal affairs, the chief, the deputy chief. You can't just log in there and watch that.
Yep.
It is a
well, that's a police department policy thing. Some let them, some don't.
Right. Well, I'm just saying in reference to having record that somebody watched it.
Oh yeah, you can see an audit trail anytime somebody watches it, how long they watched it, which part they watched, all of that. Outdoors said, we forgive you for missing a week, kind of. Thanks, buddy. No worries. But yeah, it's I still like personal account and then body cam account. I do think that makes a difference, and just because you see discrepancies doesn't necessarily mean something's afoot. Oh, there's a big ass. I'm getting attacked by this gigantic moth. I just didn't want him to land in my drink.
Not want to rely on brains.
All right.
My weapon.
Oh shit. Okay, we're about an hour in. We haven't gotten to a body cam yet, so let's get into a body cam. Let's go. Here we go. Okay, so for those that don't know, so when we do these body cam live reviews, basically it's videos that none of us have seen. If one of us has happened to see it, we'll own up to it and we won't partake. But we watch the body cam as though we're the officer in the call, and then we give you updates on how we would handle the call versus watching the whole thing, then Monday morning quarterbacking and doing all that. We kind of give you an insight on how we would handle a call as it's developing. And I just think it's kind of a different perspective, and I think it's fun, and I think it's a great time for people to be able to ask questions and partake in what we're doing and discussing. So with that said, everything tonight is from Police Activity on YouTube. So big shout out to them. Make sure you guys follow, like, subscribe to their stuff. This is what their page looks like. So shout out to them. They are still sitting at about 6.7 mil. I don't think they've dipped or grown since we've started. They've probably grown, but they just haven't dipped. I can tell you that much. All right, let's go to this video here. This one's about 3 minutes, 26 seconds long. Share this tab. All right, we're going to this looks like it's out of Tampa. I saw the badge right there. All right, Police Activity, and go. You guys do that?
Car without their headlights on.
Oh, we are driving the wrong way on the freeway. That's a fucking
what are all
no-no
those bright
for me.
lights coming at me?
Yeah.
Well, they passed another car that had no lights on.
Yeah. Fucking getting sketchy.
Yeah.
Florida people.
Banning, what do you got about going the wrong way on the freeway?
Here's the deal, because I've been in these pursuits, not on the wrong way, but more than likely, I've never seen this, just FYI. They've probably been pursuing him for a while. Then whoever's driving went the wrong way. And then the officer has to articulate in his friggin' brain housing group real quick. Is it quicker for me to take him out instead of him letting speed prior to hitting somebody else going at highway speed? Right now, it's life and limb. You've got to make that. You may be violating policy right here to stop that action, but I am all for that if this person is not yielding and if they're going to take somebody's life out. If he can end it right there and then get a good guard around the vehicle to where it doesn't cause another accident, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those that it might be against policy, but you gotta, to save lives, you might have to just eat this one. Damn. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. You're gonna take some licks from your own department on this.
Oh, 100%.
But damn. Yeah. Well, let's keep going. All right, get going the right way.
Yeah, now it's facing the right way. It's fine.
Yes.
Go out the other side. Hey, go out the other side.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess that door is impinged. They can't get it open anyway. Just looking at the damage.
Is that duct tape?
Is that duct tape?
I think they call that fast tape.
Hopes and dreams.
But from here, with all of those lights and everything, you're going to be able to see in there pretty good. I'm going to guess it's a drunk. It's usually the case anytime we have these. So from here, it's if you can't get them to come out, it's you're going in after them, breaking glass, getting them out. It's kind of a big deal.
One of the things before we go on, because I deal with the lighting side of things, if your patrol car doesn't do this, when you get into park and your lights don't automatically go all the way to white, that's something that could be programmed. So get with your fleet people or whoever upkeeps and maintains your vehicles. Doesn't matter what kind of system you have. Every system out there has the ability to do a variation of what FHP's cars do. Because as soon as they put their car in the park, every white light on the car goes to white.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Perry
it
Lemley
just,
said one of his local ambulance services that he works for just lost a crew during a wrong way drunk driver.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
That's why it's imperative. Like you can't, I'm with this officer, all these officers on this. You can't let them go because it is virtually a guarantee that they're going to hurt somebody. You don't have reaction time on a freeway going the wrong way. You just don't.
You're going twice as fast.
Yeah.
You're going 60. They're going 60.
Yep.
at 2:30 in the morning.
It's a calculated risk that you gotta. I think you just gotta eat that one, guys. Keto 50 said, "I can tell you, finding yourself going the wrong way on the highway is one of those moments that makes everything tighten up real quick. I bet."
Yes.
Yeah, I had one jump on the, what do they call it? The frontage road going the wrong way. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I can parallel here. Please, for the love of God, don't jump on the freeway. Because I would have went. But at least I think I would have. It's easy to say. We'll see if I get in the moment. All right, let's keep going.
Go out the other side.
My iPad or something like that.
No, the circle.
Relax.
Out of
Face the car. Face the car.
That has never hit me in my life.
What happened?
The circle of the car. Like whenever I try to like.
The circle of the car?
No, like whenever I try to.
10:15 timing, clear the air. Do you realize that you're going the wrong way on the interstate?
On this interstate?
Yeah. Do you see all these lights coming towards us?
That's a clue that she might be intoxicated. Oh shit!
This interstate, impossible, officer. I would never do something like that. On other
Look straight ahead.
No, I do.
Right.
Babe, I do.
So you're
I
going.
promise
You're
I
going
do.
the wrong way on the interstate.
No,
Babe,
not
I do.
No.
Yes, you were. That's why I wrecked
This
you.
car?
You, yes.
This car?
You were
Are you
going the
serious?
wrong way.
My husband's walking me or driving me home. It's just
What do you mean? You were driving home.
No, he's driving us home.
You were.
She just threw her husband under the bus. No, he was driving.
Well,
And this isn't like 40 minutes later. This is like 38 seconds later.
Yeah, no.
So-
We switched seats. You didn't see it. It was too fast.
So swear to drunk, it wasn't God.
Right?
You were just driving.
No.
I will say that these guys do not have proper site security for their cars right now. They have left an entire 2 lanes wide the fuck open. They did not close it off yet. I just lost a friend and a sergeant to this shit. In one of the most controlled circumstances. He actually was hiding himself on the off ramp, and a car came down the wrong way on the like I would never watch my back there because there's no need to. What are the odds, you know? And he was just about to retire. So yep. But he was one of those sergeants. He was always out there with his guys. His guys were on the freeway. He was going to be out there with them. So is what it is.
I was driving. I was like I was in the passenger seat.
Hey, is there anyone else in that car?
No, yeah.
Yeah, there's no one else in the car.
No, okay, maybe not that specific clear, but there was like me and my husband were in one car. We are not in that clearing car. We are all the way down there. He's driving us home. We are like saving at one bar for me to just talk to him, and then we're going to the Speakeasy where we were.
Easy.
Okay.
That's a Halloween speakeasy.
I like
What are we thinking? What do you want to do with me tonight? Be honest.
Let me ask you a question. How many drinks have you had tonight?
I've had two bars that I've been to tonight that have had a full drink out.
Okay.
Like
2 bars that had drinks, she had full ones at. Cucumber said she was going the right way. Everyone else was going the wrong way. It wasn't me. It was them. That's great.
Really rude of her husband to disappear like that.
I like the trooper. He was kind of listening there for a second. Then he just walks away shaking his head. This big tall guy in the back.
What did Brando say? Police say we can't react properly fast when driving. No, not just police. Anybody. Nobody can react very good when driving the wrong way with fast cars coming towards them, but can react so fast to stab or shoot a cop. I don't understand what you're saying. Police say we can't react properly fast when driving, but can react so fast to stab or shoot a cop. Police aren't shooting or stabbing people, typically other cops. That's the way I read that. Police say we can't react properly fast when driving, but can react so fast.
I think he's referring to when we stop somebody for reckless driving, we're saying that they can't take control of a situation if somebody were to pull in front of them while they're driving so fast. But then a person comes out and accurately fires at a law enforcement officer. I think that's where he's kind of he's mingling those lines. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's where it's at.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Ward, she drives just as bad when she's sober. All right. Well, I wonder if they say what her BAC or anything is. No, looks like they just arrest her. I think we've seen enough of that one.
Arrest her for what?
I know. It was her husband.
You can't park there.
Oh, very well. 10803.
All right. Let's.
I have watched this one.
You have seen this one?
I watched this one once today, and then I sent it on
Let's.
Discord.
I'll move it to the end. We'll save it for later because it's 7 minutes too. So, let's.
It's not the majority of it is over probably in like 4.
Okay.
I don't want to give anything away. I mean, you can read the caption, but then there's some badassery that happens afterwards.
Let's go. We'll go with that one last.
Okay.
Since you've already seen it. All right, I like this already. We're going with a passenger side approach. I like a passenger side approach from here. It just depends on where I'm set up. There's no room on the left side there. You're right out in traffic, so I really do. And it looks like, is that a bike lane maybe over there? That doesn't look like a full road.
Right, little two-way bike path.
Little path, yeah. So I like a passenger side approach on this.
I like that it's a nice acorn-free area, so we don't.
Yeah, no acorns. You don't got to worry about them dropping in. And speaking of, where's Mag Dump tonight? Is he on? I haven't seen him. Okay, passenger side approach. I like to break it a little wider, but.
Damn.
That's why I like to break it a little bit wider, but he was okay. It doesn't look like he got hit.
I reacted, and it's just a video.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see that.
What was that?
Honestly, I thought somebody was going to do like out the window, like
reading the caption. I thought the guy in front was reading the caption. I thought the guy in the front car was just going to slam backwards or something.
Damn.
Wait, the way it typically happens, yeah.
Whatever you want, H7. Like,
okay. So for
airbag
this,
deployed.
I'm going to assume a drunk or inattentive driver.
Maybe somebody old.
Now we're going to have to call more units out. So I'm going to jump on the radio and be like, hey, somebody just hit my cruiser while I was on a traffic stop. Send more units. I'm okay. And now you got to check on the safety and welfare of the passengers in the car you just pulled over because you're responsible for them. So anybody got anything to add to that?
No, it's accurate. Airbags are deployed. So yeah, got hit pretty good.
I would quickly try to get. I would just say quickly because I'm going to assume look as minimal impact to the car you got pulled over, but I'm going to check that one first real fast because then I can get quickly have all my attention to the other vehicle because I'm going to assume the other vehicle is going to have considerable amount of damage for as far forward and the damage that has been pushed to the front of the vehicle, a patrol vehicle.
Yeah,
But
I'm with Craig on this
just-
one. That's what I would assume. Guy on the cell phone. Somebody wants to see the hit one more time. I'll go back.
Bicyclist, not in a bicycle lane.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
Jesus.
Fuck shit. Jesus.
Wherever you want it, sir. My vehicle's just been hit. Start an ambulance.
Hey, what happened?
You tell me.
Get out.
I need a new car.
That's what you do?
That's how you get a new car, guys.
Where's my truck?
I'm gonna say drunk now. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. That's a very weird response.
You got out really fast.
Do we have a shot of that rear light bar at all when he's crossing around the back?
It was on.
I figured it was. I just didn't know if it was visible at all when he walked around.
Let me. Yeah, they're on.
It's one of those. Because it's one of those things that I
see those lights. Yeah,
I can see
it. Hit it. Whatever you're. Because I deal with getting these vehicles installed, so where they have all of that equipment is back underneath of where that spare tire is. So it's usually on the Explorers. They have all of the stuff on the driver's side because that's where that cubby is. They have a lot of there's a lot of room to mount stuff over there. But
all right, let me keep going here.
Somebody ran into me, pushed my vehicle into the other vehicle, start an ambulance, need a supervisor.
All true statements.
Here, come over here, buddy.
Damn.
Down the road. Here, have a seat real quick. Have a seat.
Is that a Camaro?
Looks like it.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What happened, dude?
I
did
don't know,
he get
man.
out or did he get ejected?
I've been drinking.
You been drinking?
That's easy.
So honest. This never happens.
No.
Wild.
I love the honesty. Okay. I mean, is what it is. All right. So now that he told me he's been drinking, this is one of those things where you got to kind of mitigate a bunch of different things all at once. I'm just going to have
your poor backup's going to have to come and work those too.
Yes, because you're going to have to deal with the car that this guy hit.
Yeah.
and honestly, that could be almost nothing because you're as the guy that's working this call right now. You're
going to do a PC determiner on why you called somebody.
Yeah.
And then you're going to do your citation if you want to on the poor person that was stopped there.
Yeah. But as the officer, your paperwork is very minimal now. You don't have to do shit.
Oh, wow. Look what time it is too. This is like right in the beginning of dude's day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
9 in the morning. Jeez, oh Pete's.
Oh, this just happened last Wednesday.
Yeah. Hey, guys, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Mike Cucumber. This was the policeman's fault. How dare
motorcyclist's fault.
Right.
Can't park
and now that I'm looking, it looked like he pulled that car over in a little shoulder, so he wasn't even on the beaten path, you know?
No. He was on the old bicycle lane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is crazy. Okay. All right. I love the honesty. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I've been drinking.
Okay.
And I took some weed pills.
Some weed pills?
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay. Anybody else?
He hit the rear end of Truth and Justice is what happened.
He's like, these gummies are getting to me.
He's got I think Wonder Woman just lassoed him and forced him to tell the truth like right away.
Mike goes, let him go. He was honest.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit. Okay, let's keep going.
In the car?
Nah, it's just me.
I like Fletcher's comment here, but wait, there's more. Oh shit. Hey, I need a new car. And I've been drinking.
I'm right on top of that, Rose.
And I took some weed pills. What else we got? I got warrants too.
Car stolen.
187. Start a trooper. Here, just sit down, man. Just sit down.
All right.
I'll start a trooper.
Driver tells me he's been drinking and took some weed pills.
Here, let me get
No. Sit down.
Okay.
I don't want you to get hit, okay?
There you go. Just lay down, bud.
Hey, you guys all right up in there? All right, just hang tight, okay?
Anybody in the car with him?
Yeah, is anybody else in the car? That thing's getting smoked pretty good.
Yeah, no,
He
he
asked
said.
that.
He said there wasn't any.
Well, he said, but
Yeah, that's true. Now there's not.
He's been drinking and he's on
been
refills.
honest this entire time. I'm going to go ahead and believe him. There's nobody else in the car.
He has been pretty honest. I guess I would believe him too.
They got ejected 45 feet. There's nobody in the car.
Right, which that's
My license is suspended too.
Oh shit! Craig's asking, is the car stolen? He's not acting like it's stolen. That's one thing I'll say. He's not acting like it's stolen. My license is suspended too. Oh shit! And the car isn't mine.
and I don't put shopping carts back.
Oh, sit down, man. You just in a bad accident. I don't want you to get hurt. Okay? You wandering around out in that traffic, somebody gonna hit you.
Plus your neck might be jacked up, bro.
Well, that's some good verbal judo to keep him under control until somebody else gets there.
Yeah.
I got insurance. It ain't gonna cover that though.
I mean, it will.
This is the best type of accident ever. This guy, he seems like he's okay, and he's completely honest. I'm loving everything about this kid.
Go ahead, finish it for me.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably be giggling during this call. I would be like, "Oh, okay, bud, thanks, appreciate it." Wade, is it too late for the cop to go touch the taillights? I'll be right back. I gotta do this one thing real quick. It's what we all do.
Just touch the tail bulbs.
Oh shit!
Well, I don't know, but that's not what we're concerned about right now. We're concerned about everybody's okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Looks like we got some.
I did that on purpose, sir.
What, you hit me on purpose?
Yeah, I did.
Why is that?
I'm bored.
You bored?
I'm bored.
Now you're looking at that.
So you ran in the back.
Tell me you got ADHD without telling me you got ADHD. This motherfucker, impulsive as fuck, was just like, send it. I guarantee that was an impulsive thought.
Yep.
Just
Hit me on purpose?
Yep.
Why is that?
I hate cops, man.
Yeah? All right. We got an ambulance coming, okay?
All right.
All right.
Ooh, that's salt to the wound right there. I hate cops. Well, guess what, buddy? We're still going to get an ambulance for you. That's funny.
I don't know. You ain't got no weapons on you, do you?
Country Girl's right. You can't be mad at this guy. Even if I'm telling me he hit me on purpose, I still can't be mad at him.
So am I going to the ambulance?
They're going to come and check you out, okay, partner?
So here's a question for the group. When you review this body camera footage back, because you're definitely going to show everybody, does everybody have to log in and watch it individually? Or do you have like a sign-in sheet that gets accepted at the end of it?
No, you put it on your computer monitor, type in your password, let everybody around you watch it.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, it just depends on the department. I personally think it's great if any cop can look at any body cam, because there's always stuff that can be learned. There's things that they can see at the crime scenes and whatnot that they may not have known to help them learn the cases better. It's all logged, so it doesn't matter to me. There's an audit sheet that you can look and be like, all right, this person reviewed it, this person reviewed it. Like, anytime you review that stuff, you're only hurting yourself as possibly getting called to court for that. So I don't have a problem with it because they can't do anything to it. All they can do is watch it. So if you can learn something from somebody else's body cam, I say let anybody have access. It's just, I don't see the big deal in it. You guys got anything on that?
No,
you cop car.
You can't edit it.
Yeah, you can't edit it. You can't delete anything. So, yeah. Brandar said, love that the officer did not react negative after finding out he hates cops. Hard to find videos where cops don't change their attitude when they hear that. I don't think it's hard to find that. I think that's honestly usually the most common reaction. It's just the ones that you do see is because you got a reaction.
Just usually they're never this calm.
Yeah, reactions get clicks.
Yeah, you think he's setting up his defense? I don't know. What defense are you going to have, bro? You was drunk, high, and you hate cops, so you hit him on purpose. I think your bad decision making for the day has hit the track.
You hit the quota, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Eye of the Night, he's agreeing with Brandar. Exactly. We've seen far too many instances of ego policing for way lessness. And you're not wrong. There's a lot out there. I just don't think that's the majority. I just think we see this is not a, other than this suspect's reaction, everything else is pretty common. But yeah. All right. Let's see where this goes. I'm sure we're at the end here. Yep. There we go. All right.
Love it.
Let's go on to the next. Share this tab. Biggie size. And let's go. Who we going after? Oh, this Ford Raptor here. He left him room, bro. He's gonna go. Look at all that space over here.
I was going to say they might have a policy that they can't walk people in.
Looks like there was. I'm gonna pause it. We were set up waiting for this truck, so they were waiting for this guy to get here. But it looks like it's occupied at least 3 times. I think I see a head right here in the back seat. I see somebody in the passenger seat, and obviously somebody had to be driving. I just can't see it. So let's keep going.
The vehicle stopped at Wilson's off of 20.
If it's a stolen vehicle, this is a very bad tactics. Like, you're right up to the window, your gun's not drawn, you're not ready for shit.
You jumped up on the running board.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. What are you trying to accomplish, bro? You're not. If they wanted to unlock that door, they would have already done it. I'm gonna get back in my vehicle, get my spikes, get something. They're going. This car is going. Smash the cop car and.
All right, he's taking off down Bull Run Road.
Call it out. Get ready.
I was positive he was going to hit that dumpster.
I don't know a lot about Raptors, but they're quick, right?
They are.
Fast truck.
If he has the R and knows how to drive, they're not going to catch him.
That's a fast truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 in pursuit of a Ford Raptor gray heading towards 311 on Bull Run Road.
Okay, like
excess of 100 miles an hour.
Home on the radio.
We'll be coming up to the end shortly if we could get a drone on standby.
Oh, they got drone. There you go.
Bail, 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 bail.
All right. When they bail, you're going after the driver. Everybody else is if you can get, if you can get them, cool. But we got to go after the driver. He's going. He decided he wanted to go after the passenger. So I'm assuming he's letting his boys go after him behind him. Now
but we were set up on it too.
Yeah, they were set up. So there's multiple cars involved.
They may be after the passenger too.
That's possible. Yeah, very true. Yep. So this gets sketchy if he's by himself, because now he's in a big open field
and
alone.
a dead end road.
Yeah, dead end road by himself. Good luck calling that out. Brandar, it's a Raptor. Why try to chase? Just go to the residence on the registration. Yeah, because nobody steals vehicles and puts fake plates and stuff on their cars. This is one of the differences, Brandar, in doing this for a living and then just sitting on the outside trying to think logically. Like, yes, if everybody followed the rules and did things the right way, that would make 100% sense. But these people will do plate swaps. They will switch VINs. They'll do all sorts of different things on this. They were set up on this car for a reason.
I'm taking the driver. Passenger. You get back up the road. Hey, I will tase the piss out of you if you don't stop.
I will tase the shit out of you if you don't stop.
I'm gonna tase the piss out of you if you don't stop.
Now,
I'm gonna tase the piss out of you.
I am not a big fan of getting my hands occupied on a person that I don't know if they're armed or not yet, and they're running from me. Like, this is too much going on at once. Like, I get it. Maybe you saw that his hands were empty. Okay. Because I've done it on the run. But this is sketch to me. You never know. Oh, did he fall? Oh, no. We're shooting. Shoot and move, bro. Shoot and move. Stand in one spot.
22, right?
It does sound like he's firing a rifle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Banning?
I mean, it sounds like, I think it's a pistol, but I think it's a pistol, not a rifle.
I think it's a pistol too, but the way it sounds on the body camera, because body cameras change the sound of acoustics on your gun.
It's a 5.7.
Yeah.
You got a 5.7 round.
Big Gucci gun.
2 blocks in the northeasterly direction.
Let's see here. Bro, get off the X.
Y'all let me talk. I got shots fired. Suspect.
You gotta shoot and move, fellas. Gotta shoot and move. Start working your angles. If it were me, a couple shots, get off that X, reassess.
Down. He's got a gun on him.
The difference between shooters and operators.
That looks like a good distance. It's hard to tell on a body
clear
cam.
this fella and start giving him medical aid. Yeah, he had a gun in his hand. He pointed it at me.
Drop the mag.
I don't know where it's at.
Okay.
All right, let's approach and see if we can locate that firearm.
Break and turn left on the Tokyo. Northbound 660.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have swept wide. Something. Banning, you're more of a tactical guy than me. What do you think?
It's absolutely. And I just keep running that sound through my head. And then I just heard the chamber close a second ago. It does sound like a rifle. I mean, very much so. Even the slide amount of time that it took to close. So he may have a rifle on him when he bailed out of the car. I'm not
You
sure.
might have like a little 9mm sub gun or something.
And I completely understand. Let's go up here and see if he has a weapon. Well, let's go up here and get first aid. Let's find out what's going on. Make sure the weapon is away from him.
Yeah.
But now it's our job to assist in life-saving techniques.
Yep. All right, let's keep going.
It's in his hand.
It's in his hand.
All right.
It's in his hand.
Hold cover.
Stand by.
Hold cover. I'll take it from his hand.
Hold on. Guns in his hand. Guns in his hand.
Finger on the
Finger
trigger.
on the trigger. All right.
Put me 660 at 3087.
I don't like what we just saw here.
Mm-mm.
These are cops that are more worried about liability and being in trouble versus getting this scene secure. What does that tell me?
We also, not to give them an out, but we also have everything's completely blurred. So I don't know if you walk up on someone that's been shot in the head and they're obviously deceased.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's time, for sure you're going to have to render aid. And other times they're like
obvious signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
give them a little bit of an out, but taking your camera off and doing that.
Yeah. I just don't like that it's come to that, but.
And this is what my patrol area was.
What's that?
This is what my patrol area was for the last 3 years of my career, was out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Ranch patties out there, yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm not going to have time to set up spikes.
Clear.
Right on 3087. Towards 316.
Hey,
I don't see a rifle on anybody.
Just drop it. Just drop it.
I mean, damn good work. That was good work on his part. I mean, he was able to shoot accurately at a pretty long distance on the run and recognize with a taser in his hand that he had to transition over. That's hard. That's hard to do. Where was that
That's
comment?
nutty.
I saw Brand. I think it was Brander. He said, "What's going to happen if they don't find a gun? They investigate.
Yep.
Figure out what it was he thought he saw. Because does it matter if it's a gun? If somebody turns real quick and tries to use the whole suicide by cop with a pointing
Cell
real
phone.
fast with a cell phone or just their hand? I mean, there's countless videos out there of people doing that, suicide by cop. So just because you don't find a gun doesn't necessarily mean anything. But you investigate. Who's digging for something? I hear somebody digging.
And just a quick comment to Mike Cucumber. Go through the academy, go serve for 20 years, and give me your best answer.
What's he saying? That was not good work. Oh my God, Mike, shut up. Stop with your bullshit. He turned and tried to shoot him with a gun. Yeah, it was fucking good work. I don't care what you say, bud. It's not cool that somebody had to die, but guess who made that choice? The guy that tried to turn and point a gun at a cop. So, sorry, bud. Two cops has one has to have a throwdown. That wasn't no throwdown gun. I give them credit. I mean, they took the time to make sure they collected the evidence, you know, got their body cam out there to show like they were on the up and up. But man, be sure they're not playing possum, because that's happened before too. Self-defense. Mike, you're really close for me putting you in timeout. Let's not be a fucking douchebag, okay?
Yep.
There's times for it where you can have fun, but let's not be a douchebag. Because I'm just things like this one when it's apparent and it's obvious. I'm not in the mood for trolling. Not tonight. Not in the mood for it. So I'll just put you in timeout, bud, if you're gonna play that game tonight. So
I have to go sit and spin on that last name.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a warning tonight. So take that for what it is, brother. I gave you an out. All right, let's go to the next one. Share screen. I really do need my own Jamie. There we go. Let's biggie size that one. All right. This one's short. Only 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
We're pulling into the apartment complex. 2145 White River Parkway.
2145 White River Parkway.
Does it look like there's no plate on that car, or is it just blurred out?
Kind of looks like.
I think it might be blurred out a little bit, man.
Deep shadow or
Yeah.
One thing I noticed was there's a speed limit sign for a school zone. So the title is
Going
what it is.
westbound or eastbound on the lot. Looks like they're pulling a parking spot.
I saw that. I saw this one.
Yes, rear door.
I think I've seen this one too. Now that I see this angle,
Yeah,
I haven't seen this one.
I think this is a. Well, then I won't say anything. I don't know why we're pulling this car over, but people unassing and about to run. There seems to be a reason. Kind of looks like if I were to get it, it's more of a stolen vehicle vibe to me.
Show me your fucking head. Stay right there. Stay right there. Show me your hands.
Oof. This is sketch already.
Super sketch.
This is a Honda Accord. It's still the number 3 stolen vehicle in the United States.
Yeah.
Even back when I started back in 2002, I mean, it was the number 1 vehicle then. Honda Accord, Honda Civic.
Shit. Okay. All right. Let's see where this goes.
When I go.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Hey.
I'm shot! Shoot! Shoot her down!
Oh my God. Get off the radio. He was trying to get on the radio on his way down.
Shoot her down!
Cars rush for this apartment complex off of White River.
Show me your fucking head. Stay right there. Stay right there. Show me your hand.
I hate Monday morning quarterback. He just made a ton of poor choices. Just a ton.
He should have stayed felony friggin' if it's I can see it up there. Now I can see that it's a stolen vehicle, or at least reported as. Why the hell aren't we going and do a felony traffic stop using the A pillar and doing as you're friggin' instructed to do in the basic academy?
Yeah.
This shit pisses me off. We have these people that have this training problem, and they always got to run to that threat. Run to the threat. No, get back there, do your friggin' announcements. If you got to friggin' set up a perimeter, do it. And I can say that because I had no fucking backup. But do it the right way first. Go through your fucking motions.
Yeah, that's to me, like, you're not gonna get everybody. If you're alone, because it seems like he's by himself. If you're alone, you're not gonna get everyone. So just have that in your mind. I just need one. I don't need everybody. Just need one. So hold what you got. If they all bail out, obviously you're probably gonna go after the slowest one or the driver, one or two. But I'm not going up there and, dude, he cowboyed that shit and he paid for it. Yeah, that was Andy Fletcher's right. They had zero control of the stop. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, that is insane.
When I go. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Hey.
I'm shot! Shoot! Shoot her!
He was still shooting, trying to get on the radio. Now, I can't really say shit because it sounds like he dropped the shooter.
Yeah.
But
crazy.
That's insane.
No, shoot her down!
Cars rush for this apartment complex off of White River.
He did get that tourniquet out there quick, but the scene's not secure.
Look at all of these people that should have been there in the first place.
Appreciate you, Brandar. He dropped another 5 membership. Yeah, that's a good point. The backdrop, too. It's all apartment complexes. Damn.
That's tough, man.
That sucks. I mean,
yeah, yes, just like people say, I want to know all the details. Here's the deal. We are focusing on what you guys are saying. It's what we're seeing. And the whole basis of this is what is our opinion of all this experience of what we're seeing and what you're seeing at the same time. Sure, we would love to have that narrative and see where this is going and if it's a pretextual and why and the dispatcher's comments, or did this start 2 weeks ago from a buy bust at a school to evolving to a stolen vehicle. You know, there's a lot of things we're not going to know based on what's publicly available on police activity. That guy or company is pulling everything he can on a FOIA, however he's doing it, and he's making it available to the public. What we're seeing, what you're seeing, we have the information that you see. We're not Googling anything else. We're giving you our opinion on what we see right now.
yeah. And we've told you all that before. You know that's why we do this. We don't have the entire story. So we're just giving you comment based on what we see to have discussion on what we're seeing. 100%. Otherwise, this is why you never get conversation from cops, because they tell you the same fucking thing all the time. Yeah. Wait for the investigation to be complete. Wait for the investigation to be complete. You shouldn't say anything until the whole investigation's complete. Well, what are we solving following that rhyme and reason? Nothing. So that's why we're here having the discussions with you.
And in reference to show me audits, I think he did land a couple rounds into the person that shot him, the driver. we as a whole, as a panel here, I think I can speak favorably. I don't think either of us with our training would go rush up on that with this being a felony traffic stop. And with that friggin' complex in the back, knowing that thing was a 60 or a friggin' stolen vehicle. They're not just going to rush up and do that. They're going to go into their training, but they may know some things that we don't see in this video. And it may have backfired on that friggin' officer and he had to act accordingly. He may have heard there's a child in the car, or there can be so many different factors that we don't friggin' know. And that officer is trying to make a millisecond decision right then and there. It doesn't mean it was wrong in the circumstances of what's going on. And he paid the price. He got hit with a round or two. And now he's having to friggin' do buddy aid, self aid on himself and get hold of the situation. I mean, Eric, anything else? Dead leg, badge 502, anything on that?
Yeah.
It was self-administered first aid, especially when it comes to tourniquets, is not easy. Tourniquets hurt. For those of you who don't know, tourniquets hurt a lot.
Tourniquets hurt.
So for you to be able to occlude your arteries, it does not feel good.
Yeah, when you do it right.
Yeah. So when you're torquing that down, I've fortunately not been in the scenario where I've had to apply one to myself or any of my officers have had to apply to them. But from what I understand, a lot of officers that this does happen to do not properly occlude that vein and still that artery and still end up having some bleeding coming. So that's tough stuff. You don't want that to happen to you.
Hey, Eric, throw up Pirate Truck 7 down. Does the city? So I can speak on this, and I can speak on a county and a city level. I've seen it where a stray bullet, even from a suspect, due to the police encounter, to where the city came in and just took care of the situation. I've also seen it on the county to where some things have happened to where the county had made them full. Thank God nobody was hurt. And it was a vehicle due to a vehicle tap that created some property damage, and the county paid for that. It wasn't the county that I worked for, but I came as a backup. So I've seen it a lot of times where they're just going to come right that wrong because of a mishap, not necessarily on the law enforcement agency or the county, because of the totality of the circumstances. And they came in and fixed it. Now, a city can say, "Hey, screw you, sue me," and you can run it through the court system because they're out there acting in good faith of the law. And that's what would happen. You'd have to go through the court system on the civil side. But a lot of good agencies out there, internal affairs and the city government and the attorneys, will sit there and investigate. And they're like, you know what? This was on us. We're going to go out there. Nobody's hurt, but we're going to fix that. And they'll do that. I've seen a lot more fix-its as opposed to let's take this to court. So that's my answer on it.
Now, Mike, he said the entire story is important to assess the situation. Were they enforcing a tyrannical law? Yeah, you're right. It would be wonderful if we had the whole fucking story. But guess what? In the entire history of the 4 years that we've been doing this plus, we've never had the full story. And you have been a part of what we've been doing for months, maybe even a year or longer. So you know that we don't have that. We never have that. We just pull random ass videos, usually off police activity, and we talk about the few 2, 3, 4 minute video and what we have in front of us. So you're either trolling or you're just not understanding how this game is played on this show. If you don't like the format and how we're doing it, then you open up and do some content where you got the full story. I would love the full story. We don't have that. That's not how we do this. We don't have the full story. So I agree with you. You're right. It would be fucking wonderful land if we had the whole story, but we don't have it.
We don't have the whole story. We have a newsroom and a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Eric likes his movie quotes. There you go. That's why.
Yeah. So we watch the body camera. That's why it's called Body Cam Live. It is what it is. And yes, you're right, Freeman. I am a little salty.
Damn right.
He should know better. He should know better.
And Mike, you can see you're still around. We love that. This is what this is for. We love it, and we're not trying to convince anybody of anything. We're bringing our educated opinion of however many years that we've all had together, and we're giving you our opinion. If you don't like our opinion, I'm sorry if you lose sleep over it, but this is just, we're not the Supreme Court. We're not anything. We're giving you, we're bridging the gap between the community and law enforcement. We're giving you our opinion on what we would do with our training and experience, and that is it.
And
we're
what
not a
we
judge
see.
or jury.
That's it. Country girl, calm down. All right. You're right. I need to calm down. I'm riled up tonight. Fucking salty tonight. Not in the mood tonight.
Chew bubble gum.
You know what?
Kick ass.
Mike
And he's all
Cucumber,
out about
I
it.
apologize. I am. I've been on you too much tonight.
Yep, you're gonna make Eric start changing camera angles all
Yeah,
over.
I'm gonna have to start changing a bunch of. Mike, I apologize. I'm been on your ass too much. It's not your fault. You're asking questions. It's been a shitty mood. I'm sorry, buddy.
You've got questions. We've got answers.
You're
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You
some
know what,
attorney.
Mike?
friend,
Let me
isn't it?
get my ID out for you so you can see it. My bad, Mike. I'm not in my flow. I got to get in my flow. I had
Or
to
is it-
set
or-
all this shit up tonight because it's
Or
been.
is it your time of the month and you are in the flow?
I am.
Is
I think
that-
I'm manstrating. I think that's what it is.
Heavy
I am,
flow.
I'm manstrating.
Hashtag heavy flow Eric. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
send
right. I flow with Eric.
Oh, you just fucked yourself, man.
Oh,
That's,
yeah. I
hell yeah.
sit
There
with
we go.
Alan. I flow with Eric. Oh shit! Spell my name. Put some respect on my name,
I
Deadleg.
flow with Eric.
Spell it right.
Put some spec on it.
Throw a K in
Right?
there.
Whoa, Brando.
Oh shit, Brandar.
Damn.
He loves us tonight, man.
Right.
I gotta throw this up here. What'd he say?
Fucking Rockefeller over here.
First and foremost, Brandar, thank you, buddy.
Yes, thank you.
Dropping 50 bones on us. Police need to have a department or shift get together within reason and criticize events like this, make it a learning experience to evolve. Just like doctors after they lose a patient in surgery, they may get butthurt. We do have that. We call it a debrief.
Yes.
Yep.
Let me add one thing to this real quick, and then Deadleg, it's all yours. For those of you that are connected to me on LinkedIn, I get, and I'm not going to put their departments out there. However, so many accolades from across the country, in Canada, Israel, Ireland, the UK, that are actually taking our podcasts and they're watching them on how we kind of break them down. And they're starting to turn these into a little bit more for their AARs. And I know you got one too, Eric, but I wanted to bring this up because I get all these. I don't share them publicly because they're sending this to me in private. But for them to actually look at this and make them want to look at their stuff more on an AAR or after action report, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have to be military, but they're just looking at the after effects. How can we make ourselves better? And they are taking this show and bringing it up to their mid and upper level supervisors, and they're doing that. So we might not be making an impact to everybody here on the show, but I know we're making an impact globally and at least in a small scale for the good.
Yeah, I just so this conference that I just got back from, a person came up to me and showed me like page 6 of their dissertation where they used Two Cops, One Donut as a reference to their opinion on something in a scholarly written thesis. It was fucking awesome. So just let you guys know what we're doing out there is being watched and people are using this stuff. So we are making a change.
And 2 of our breakdowns, and I'll get with you later, Eric, were also used at the TCO conference, FYI, and a couple of the classes down there. We'll talk offline on it. One of them was positive and one of them was negative, saying we're not going to be like Two Cops, One Donut on one of these. And it was one of our first shows way back when, and it wasn't even a negative comment, but the instructor was just coming up with content. But the fact of the matter that's making in these classes, I believe, is positive. It's opening up some eyes.
Yeah. We somebody asked about where Matt Thornton's at. Guys, he's fucking busy. Like, he's real close to the end of his policing, so he's shoring up a lot of things. We're putting out a Matt's own season episode thing that we're putting together show. So that'll be out there. So he's been doing a lot of recording for that. Just timing. That's really all it is. He just hasn't had time, especially since we went out to Arizona. He had to make that up to Mama when he got back. So, but yeah, sorry, Deadleg. I didn't mean to cut you off. I know me and Banning cut you there.
Oh no, you guys both answered the same question because asked about doing stuff like what we do for agencies, and I'm not with an agency anymore, but we did. The agency that I was with after every major event on shift, the entire shift, whether you were there and responded to the call or you were doing something else and you just listened to radio traffic the entire time, but everybody on shift, my entire shift would get together and we would debrief at the end of the shift, because we had time built into our schedule to work out and do other stuff. And this was part of that other stuff, continue training and debriefing and making sure that we have time for reports and other stuff. But every major event we would do this, or alternatively, we did it for a mental health side of things for our officers. If the officers had a call that they went to that was just hung on them and said, hey, this one's rough, can we talk about this one as a group? We would do that as well. Then we had a thing because it was normally on night shift. So that's when we had our refer calls. We rotated shifts. So when we get off night shift, we would go, hey, are we going to Denny's? So if we had a rough shift, rough call, the entire shift would go to Denny's.
Yeah.
It wasn't mandatory. It wasn't like a sign-in sheet thing. It was just one of those, hey, someone had a rough call. We're going to go together as a shift, as a family. Sometimes not everybody went because, they have other like actual family and kids and stuff. But yeah, so that happens. It's one of those things that leadership, that over time they started doing and implementing those, a lot of things from the military. One of the things is that it got out into like the civilian world. And over time that has become more of a thing that happens. And I was involved at a couple of major events when I worked for Ohio State as a security officer. And I worked for their Department of Public Safety. They have a police department and all kinds of other stuff. But as part of that agency, with the little role that I had, we were still included and still involved in we had a shooting when we were there. Then we had a couple of political events and we had a couple other, we have always the football and all this stuff for the season. But after every major event, major things, we would sit down and go, hey, what we do right? What can we do better? And what we could do? Hey, we did solid on this. Whatever we did for you, parked your car, great. Keep parking your cars just like that, or park them a little bit better this time. So it's something that does happen. Yes.
Yeah. So with the debriefs, Brandar's asking, are the debriefs for all day or for an event like that? Normally it's an event. I always like to debrief with my partner if we took a domestic together. No matter the outcome, if it was good, bad, indifferent, I like doing that. But you don't debrief for the whole day necessarily. Just major calls. Because you've got your run of the mill calls that there's no nothing to them. You just go there, knock them out. There's not even a report involved. But things that are pretty significant, we like to call them significant events. Yeah, we like to do debriefs for those if you can, if time allows. But yeah, Marine Blood. Do you have a man pond to send to Eric? Join the Discord, coordinating shipping. Oh shit. Can you speak? Michael Riley said, can you speak more to officers' mental health? I was talking to the therapist the other day and they said police still have pretty strong stigma to getting help. Sucks in the job with this much PTSD. My experience has been it's not that cops aren't willing to get help anymore. I don't think it's not that they're not willing to get help. It's they need to trust the source of help they're getting. I think a lot of times in order for mental health to be effective, it has to be outside of the department. Cops need to have a third party option that doesn't track their name and who they are and what they do and all of that. They need to feel like they're able to speak freely and not have any, anything negative happen from the department because they went and got help. So I think that's been the big stigma anymore lately, but I don't know. Anybody got anything different on that?
Back in the day, it was one of if you go, then that was a red flag when you go to get like for me, because I worked government side of things. It's a red flag on your SF-86 on your security clearance. And it's not going to get, if you've gone to anything, you'll not get your clearance. It won't get advanced. So for that, there's always that around that. Then I think as we've gotten into like more today times, a lot of it too is if you're getting help, the idea is that you're getting help. And if the officers, don't feel that that they can trust the therapist they're dealing with, or that if I get this help, that the agency isn't going to try to fire me because they look at me as a liability, because that was often a thing that, same thing back in the day. As soon as you got help, you were a red flag. You got a mental health case, and you can't, now you can't carry a firearm. So I would say it's a double-edged sword, but it's one of those where as a globe, we've gotten more people. So with more people, we've gotten more exposure, more people that become police officers over time, and we've seen what works and what hasn't worked, and we're seeing that that's something that definitely needs to be focused on. So
yeah. Brandar asked, he dropped $2 for us. He said, your debrief is with your partner only. No, not always. It depends. Like if we knew we had a good takeaway from a call, that's going to be a roll call thing the next day. Hey, me and Deadleg were on this call. This is what happened. This is how we handled it. Here's, we may even pull up body cam. Look, this is what we saw, but this is what our camera caught. Like, there was a guy hiding over here. We passed right by him. We should have slowed down and checked this. We just want you guys to make that same mistake. So no, debriefs are not just between you and your partner. It just depends. It's one of those things. It's kind of it's a judgment call. And that goes into how your teams work together. Because let's say I'm a new officer. I've only been on the streets 6 months, and my partner's only been on the streets 8 months. And now we know we had a cool call where we thought was, something cool to debrief. Are we going to have the balls to bring that up in roll call the next day? Are we going to have the balls to at least go tell our sergeant, hey, is this something that may be good for training purposes at roll call? Can you do it for us, Sarge? These are things that you got to have those conversations with. And then Banning's trying to get back in. And then did you drop Banning? He's trying to get his sound working. Every time he logs out. Got to get his sound working. There he is. But like critical incidents, at least at my department, they always do a full breakdown of the investigation. Even if it's not complete, they'll take the video, they'll show every video angle they have, and try to use that for training purposes. Brandar dropped another $2. He said debriefs allow everyone there to provide input. Yes, everybody should. When you do a proper debrief, at least any debrief I've been a part of, rank no longer plays. Rank is off the table. Everybody that debriefs, I can tell a captain, hey, you fucked this part up, and there ain't a damn thing he should be able to do about that. The moment somebody does try to pull rank or say something, they're done. They're no longer a part of debriefs. I promise you that. It's just the same as the military. Because Brandar, I'm pretty sure you're a military guy too. We don't play that crap in the military. Debriefs, there's no more feelings on the table. Although feelings do come out on the table. People they'll want to justify themselves. Marine Blood said, Eric, I think the bike question was something like, can you get reckless on a bike for doing a wheelie or something like that? It was several weeks ago. It came up, so I don't recall fully. What are we talking about?
He's talking about like a friggin' crotch rocket go faster bike doing a wheelie. Can we articulate
reckless
driving on that?
I mean, I guess you could.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to bother personally. If you wreck out, now I can say you were reckless driving because you were doing a wheelie and you wrecked out. But if you do a wheelie successfully and it doesn't affect anybody, how do you justify reckless drive? I don't know.
Those kind of problems usually fix themselves. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, in some states, they have exhibitioning laws.
Well, we used to have an exhibition of acceleration here in the state of Texas till I think 2006. That was spinning your tires, racing, stuff like that. But now the state of Texas looks at racing. You don't have to have two vehicles. It can be one for contest of speed. And then that's where the law comes in. So yes, you could do racing for somebody. If it's a high rate of speed over and above the speed limit while holding that wheelie. And I get it. I mean, I used to be a Hayabusa rider back in 01 when those things friggin' were kind of coming on the scene. Riding in groups and then riding on private property to do those those types of tricks and stuff like that. But when you get on the highway, now you're endangering other people's lives. But if you're riding a wheelie straight in line, you don't have an obstruction in front of you. I don't know how many times I've seen that in public, and I try not to engage that because I don't want to make that quote unquote reckless behavior in his rear view. Now he's dealing with me in the background, then it causes an accident. That's just me personally.
Yeah. I think I found a picture of you on your Hayabusa.
Man, I knew you were gonna pull up some fucking fat motherfucker on it. There it is. Yep.
Tons of anarchy.
Dadgum, man. That poor bike. Holy shit.
Oh man, that guy is riding.
Yeah.
You know? I think he's in what was that movie with Martin Lawrence and John Travolta?
Oh, you're talking about Wild Hogs. Yeah.
Wild Hogs. Yeah, there you go. Something Hogs. Tons of anarchy. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, shit. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, hurt my feelings none, man.
Well, boys, we're right at 2 hours. I'm ready to call it quits for tonight. I got no more videos. Badge 502, what do you got going on? What can people know about you? I can't hear you, bud.
Technology.
There you go.
Come hang out with us over on Facebook or here on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all the good stuff. Badge 502 across the world, except Instagram because somebody stole that from me before I was anything. Dang it.
Oh.
So now it's EMT Badge 502 over there. Just come hang out. It's a good time. Work hard, be kind always.
We're going to get Ready or Not going. I believe Badge 502 can get it, right? You've got Ready or Not, correct? Or you're going to get it?
I do not, but I'm going to pick it up. I just picked up Borderlands 4, and I'm obsessed right now.
Okay. Well, I need you to get Ready or Not because we're trying to stay cop themed over here. Deadleg's got Ready or Not. So there's at least 3 of us. It would be nice to have a 4th.
All right. I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Banning.
Send me the details, man, so I can digest it. And
all right. You're going to have to get Steam.
It's on Steam?
Yep.
You beat me to it.
Get your Steam account, bud. Get Ready or Not, and we'll start. I think it's called Home Invasion is the version I would like to do.
I'm just going to F with everybody when I'm just going to start sending rounds.
just turn on the team.
Yeah, just doing a whole bunch of drywall work.
I like it. Hell yeah. What is Mike Cucumber? Is doing a wheelie on a unicycle illegal?
I know he didn't spend money on that.
He did. $1.99 to bring that one up. That's pretty funny, though.
I'll give him that. Pretty talented if somebody can do it. So, you
know. Michael Riley said, you may have answered this before. Can officers just take a biker's key during a traffic stop? Is that allowed seizure? I believe it is legal. I think that is. I don't necessarily.
Not just on a standard traffic stop, and I think I know the video that he's referring to when the officer.
I've seen it a lot. It's more than one.
Cuts in front of him, he gets out, yanks his key out, and starts telling him what he just observed and this and that. And if I'm going to take somebody's key out, to me that's pretty seriously. I'm usually, this is somebody that we've articulated just in my history to where we have the plate, we have the person, the detail. They usually wear the same thing. We can articulate it as such, and I don't take the key out. I remove the person at a red light, and so that's separating him from his bike. I hop out of the driver's seat and remove him from his bike to where he's not going to hurt somebody again. I say it again, but that's because of one of my old people that I used to deal with.
I think it's one of those things that I don't think it's legal. I don't think it should be, but I think it is. And I don't agree with it. I think that's a huge, unless you can, like DWI, like if somebody's drunk behind the wheel, we can take their keys. Like that is, but just on a basic traffic stop for speeding or, running a stop sign, or I don't see how that's allowed. But I think the law is on the side of the cop on that. I don't know that. I'm talking out of my ass, but I think that's what I've heard before.
And then if you think a felony traffic stop, either stolen vehicle or felony in progress in the officer's presence or view, they're telling them, hey, with your right hand, turn the key off. With your left hand, place the keys either on top or throw it away from the vehicle. It's the same thing, except the officer's removing it. And I've seen some of those videos. Do I agree with a lot of them? No, but I don't know what their specific state laws are in reference to removing that ignition key.
Yeah. Wade asked, do horses still have right of way in Texas? Yeah, they do. Absolutely. Absolutely. A horse has a right of way down here, bud.
That's funny.
Yep, for sure. Yep.
In the state of Texas, if a cow or horse or another domesticated type farm animal gets out on a highway and you're a person traveling down the interstate or an 18-wheeler driver, commercial driver, doesn't have you, and you can't avoid and you hit, guess who is paying for that cow, bull, or horse? It's your company or your insurance is going to replace it, because Texas is what's called free range, and that's the entire state. Even in congested areas like Dallas, Austin, Houston, it is free range. It's the entire state, and that goes back to the 1800s.
Yep. Christian Holsey says hello. Hello, Christian. Brandar, he dropped another $5. He said, have you seen the video of police forcing someone off the bike and then setting their airbag vest, leading them to what?
I have not seen that one.
No, I haven't seen the Brandar. If you got that video, send that shit to me.
I've never seen an airbag vest cause suffocation at all.
No shit. I would do a reaction video to that.
Seriously.
Holy shit. I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen some bikers get ripped off their bike, and I'm just like, relax.
Some Marine Blood said traveling, not driving.
Yeah, because you said traveling down the freeway. I thought that same thing when you said it.
That's some funny shit, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, just
listen, according to the Articles of Confederation.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. In Texas, you cannot have your chickens be unnatural colors. Just know that. So don't spray paint your chickens.
Yeah.
We should do a whole video on those like insane like state laws that still count. Yeah, those freaking wild ones.
You can't sleep with your goat more than 2 times in a year.
You got to do it at the edge of a cliff so it pushes back.
Keep going. I'm taking notes. Keep going. I'm taking notes.
How many toys can you transport legally in your car from one house to the other?
Yeah. Sexual toys. I think it's 7 or 5. One of the two. Yeah. I can't remember.
Yeah. Was it turn into a RICO case if you drive into a different state?
Is that covered under FOPA?
Right. Well, we got to check dead leg because that's
FOPA or FOPA.
He got his stimulator.
FOPA.
Shit.
Only police can try to get the bull off the road. That's not true, because I can tell you right now, I've had a team of cowboys come out and help me. Actual cowboys on the back of horses come up and rope and rein in these. It was goats for me, but I've seen them do the bulls as well. Yeah, I had a whole mess of goats, and they were little assholes. They'll let you get a little bit close, but if you got too close, then they just like not run from you, like just enough where you're like, you're not gonna get them. And I'm like, you assholes. And all of a sudden, some cowboys coming down the road. I'm like, I need help. And they're like, let's go grab our ropes. They go grab the ropes. Come out. I love Texas, man. Crazy.
I jumped on the back of a bareback horse on duty, and it was the worst decision, at least in a 3-month time period that I've done.
Yeah.
That horse gave me a ride for my life.
Harrison, most of these laws have been overturned. Not by us. Our state still has some crazy ass laws. I tell you that.
We do.
Yeah. We still got some weird ones out there. They're old. They still got them. Just like Arizona, they can do posses.
Yep.
Like they can have a posse.
Texas has posses too, but not to the extent of Arizona.
Really?
We have the Jack County posse up here. You betcha. 100%.
They'll come get you.
Now that's more of a SAR or search and rescue. A whole bunch of guys get together that are in the community and they come and help. They're not necessarily armed. But in Arizona, they do have a posse that the sheriff can say, and it falls under, if anybody wants to look it up, falls under posse comitatus.
Did you say there's a posse in Texas and they're not necessarily armed?
I'm going to tell you, there's over 150 sheriff's posses in the state of Texas out of the 200 and whatever counties that we have. So are they armed legally? No, they're not. Are they actually armed? Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, that type of thing.
Ward said, parking, reverse, neutral, traveling, and low. That's how my transmission reads. Oh shit. David Edmonston said Eric
There's
mutton
a video.
busting. Now that's funny. Hey, I've chased after a Shetland pony that could get he was an escape artist. They had him on video on their little home video security system. He could take that. It was like a L-shaped lock. He would nudge it up, turn it, and that would open up the damn gate. The little bastard was slick.
Hey,
Get out.
Look up, and this is the people that are watching, look up Haltom City miniature horse. You're going to see one of our guys that's retired years ago deal with a miniature horse for a few miles. And I believe, if I remember right, I have to go watch the video. I'm pretty sure he went and hopped on this thing to get it off the road.
Yeah.
But
the one that I would chase always went to Walmart.
Yeah.
Always go to the back of the Walmart. So we just get the shopping carts out, make them real long on one side so we could chase them to the back, and then we'd get
roll
them.
back prices, man.
Yep. And we go get the owner and have him come out and grab them. It was one of those calls when that call would go out, everybody's like trying to get to it first because it's just a fun call.
Yeah. Everybody thinks cops and live PD is fun. If you actually saw the real night and day of real law enforcement out there, it's a blast. I mean, it's good stuff. It's boring as shit for 80% of the time, but that 20% of being fun, it's fun, man. I mean, this stuff that we do, reference to animals and everything in the middle of a friggin' city.
Brandar sent me it's one of the civil rights lawyers' videos. Brandar, we'll save that one for the next time because his videos are pretty in depth. And I like his breakdown. Civil rights lawyer is badass. I think he does a really good job. I'd love to get him on the podcast. If anybody's got any connections, let me know. Michael Riley said, "Man, Eric, without context, I used to have a bunch of goats. I bet you did, Eric. I bet you did."
I wasn't going to say it. I'm glad somebody else did.
Hey, shut the front door, badge 502.
I said nothing. I was static.
Anyway, all right, boys, let's wrap this up. Deadleg, you got anything before we get out there? You got anything about failure to stop podcast?
No, we'll have a show Friday at 11. Eric's book is out. You can go get it at other Eric's book.
Pig Latin.
Pig Latin,
guys.
Yes.
Check it out.
Eric Tansy, right?
Very, very funny cop-related book. All real stories from our buddy Eric Tansy.
I've only podcasted with him every week for the last 4 years.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name. Yeah, his book came out, so we'll have that every Friday, and then there's some other stuff going on the backside, back end with that. That's kind of cool. And then I have my surgery in 2 weeks. So
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to
maybe you can convince Tansy to be on our next live Monday.
I'll talk to him.
See if he can promote the book, do all that shit too.
You bet.
Banning, you got anything before we get out of here?
No, man. I just appreciate everybody that actually sticks around with us, commentates, comes over here and comments, everything like that. Thank you for I'm going to call them donations that y'all do to the show. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Don't forget about buy a coffee, whatever, I think that's probably a better route for all that kind of thing, but I'm just still learning this stuff. So
we do appreciate it, guys. All that money you guys donate goes directly into this account for the YouTube and for doing this software and stuff that we use for this. So we do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Brandar was the show tonight. So he paid for production tonight. Yep. Thanks, brother. We really do appreciate that.
Keeping the lights on.
Yep.
Even if you're sitting in the background and you're just watching, you're not commenting, thank you for sticking around. Yep. Don't be afraid to say something up there. If you can see anyway, we're not gonna get on you. Bring your questions, your comments. We're not going to shoot you down. So thank you very much.
Catch, man. If I start talking, man, I'll never let them stop. So I'll never let them start. So that's why I mellow out in the back a little bit. I'm a jibber jabberer.
We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
But all right, boys, let's end this. I'll end this. Everybody, thanks for joining on. You guys stick around for a second.
Yep.
Take it.